Hello and welcome to Downriver Rescue Connection. I'm your host, Patty Radikovich, and it is my privilege to bring you information on animal-related topics and the animal rescue community. On today's episode, we have a group that everybody I think has heard of downriver. It's PAWS of Michigan, and I definitely wanted to have them on early on in the show because they helped us out a lot when Basil's Buddies first started. They worked with us. They, gave us access to their adoption forms. They let us adopt the animals through them until we got everything set up. So they really did a lot for us when we first started, and I wanted to thank Chris for doing that for us, who's the president of the group, and she's here with us today. So you're going to learn a lot about PAWS of Michigan. They've brought several great dogs and cats to show you guys, and we'll find out all about them. So let me introduce them. We have Chris Jordan, who is the president of PAWS. We have Michelle Land, who is the cat adoption coordinator, and Sarah Dean, who you are the secretary and also the PAWS in the Park chairperson. Mm-hmm. All right, so welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So why don't we start off by Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about PAWS and just, first of all, tell us what PAWS stands for, and then how did it originate?
PAWS is the Precious Animal Welfare Society, and actually we liked the acronym PAWS, and then we kind of tried to figure out letters that would fit with that. We started in 2007. A lot of us came from another rescue group in the area and decided that we wanted to start out on our own. As I said, we've been around since about 2007. We've done, in that time, about a little over 1,500 adoptions. We're very, very active in spaying and neutering, which I know we're going to talk about in a little bit. We have a teen group that's very active called Team P.A.W.S, and we also run a small pet food bank. So we're into all kinds of different areas with our group, but started as a fostering rescue group, basically.
That's great. And for the viewers that were listening, so since 2007, it's now 2013, so that's about 6 years, you've done 1,500 adoptions, which is really a huge number. So I want to give kudos to you guys for saving that many animals and getting that many animals out to the public. That's really wonderful.
Thank you.
So one of the things you do focus on is spaying and neutering. So can you talk a little bit about that, and why is spaying and neutering so important? I mean, every rescue group knows about spaying and neutering, but why did you want to make that one of your primary focuses?
Well, a lot of us volunteered in some of the shelters, some of the original founders of PAWS, and we found that however many you get out of there, there are just more coming in tenfold than the ones you can get out of there. So we kind of quickly realized that it was kind of like trying to empty out a running bathtub with a thimble, just doing adoptions. So we started our SNAP, our Spay Neuter Assistance Program, to help people who couldn't afford to get their animals spayed and neutered, primarily as a way of population control, which is why we first started it. A lot of people wanted to get their animals spayed and neutered and couldn't afford to do it. The SNAP has recently been renamed the B SNAP. The B stands for Valerie Koss, who I know you knew. She was our original cat coordinator, one of our original founders and board members who passed away just recently in February. So we changed the name of the program to honor her and keep alive her passion for spaying and neutering. She was the one who originally got the SNAP going. When we started, we were running transports down to Humane, Ohio, which is a spay-neuter clinic, and Up to All About Animals, the T-shirt that you have on, which is another spay-neuter clinic in Warren, and it was just taking so much time to take the animals to the two clinics, and we could only take anywhere between 10 and 20 animals at a time, and we just didn't feel like we were making a dent. So in 2009, we started raising the money to open our own spay-neuter clinic, which we did in 2011. It's called the PAWS Clinic. And we offer low-cost spaying and neutering, not only to rescue groups, but to the public. Since we opened, we've spayed and neutered almost 9,000 animals just since 2011. So between our SNAP and our spay-neuter program and our adoptions as well, we're hoping that we're making a difference in the community.
Yeah, so. That's great, and those numbers are really impressive. 9,000 animals, and since 2011.
Right, September 2011.
September 2011. So, yeah. So that's quite a few animals to spay and neuter in that time. So a lot of people, maybe they don't understand really the relationship between the PAWS Clinic and PAWS of Michigan, because I know people have seen that is it a separate group? Is it, is it the same group? Is it under an umbrella? So can you just explain how that all works?
It is a separate group. PAWS, the PAWS clinic was launched by PAWS of Michigan. PAWS of Michigan raised the money, and believe me, it took quite a while for us to do it with fundraisers, donations. We did win the Pepsi Challenge and got $50,000, and that kind of put us over the edge to be able to do it. But they're run as two separate organizations. We're just
sister organizations.
Sister organizations, yeah. I mean, we're still very much affiliated. There's a lot of overlap in the volunteers, but two different boards of directors, two different physical organizations.
Right, so if people are interested in spaying and neutering, they want to contact the PAWS clinic. But if they're interested in adoptions or if they have animals, unfortunately, that they may need to surrender, they definitely want to go to PAWS of Michigan and not the PAWS clinic.
That's correct.
So we want to make sure that's clear.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
All right, so now one of the other things that you guys focus on is you have a lot of fosters in your program, and you're always looking for new foster homes. So I think, Michelle, you're going to talk a little bit about the fostering programs that you have.
Certainly.
And you focus on cats mainly, but I'm sure you know about dogs as well.
Sure, so. As much as I can, yes. We have a great foster program. We foster cats and kittens, and we foster puppies and dogs. Our primarily goal is to save as many animals as we can from the pound, thereby bringing them into our fostered homes. We foster out of our fostered homes, so as many as we can save, we try to do that. Our fosters need to be at least 21 years or older to be able to be eligible to foster with our program. What our program entails is that you provide a loving home, a stable home. You provide nutritious food, and we provide the vet care by our approved vets that we have a list of, and therefore you would take the cats or dogs to the vets for basic medical care. And then we would like to get the animals up on Pet Finder to get them exposure for adoptability. And then also we have habitats. We have a Love Center out in Canton. It's South Canton, right? South PetSmart?
Yeah.
Canton?
Yes.
Which we have adoption events every Saturday from 12 to 3. And some of our fosters put their cats in the habitat for sometimes they sign them in for like a week at a time. They can stay out there, but also on Saturdays, other fosters can take their dogs, puppies, cats, kittens to the Saturday events as well. And on Friday nights, we have a adoption event at the Woodhaven PetSmart from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we have kind of exposure in both areas, in Downriver and in Canton. We are always looking for cat fosters, and we are currently at this time also looking for dog fosters, primarily in the large breed area. We have a need for foster homes that can foster large breed dogs and also be able to give them exercise and socialize them and work with them. The same with our cat fosters, with our cats and kittens. We've been hit kind of heavy with kitten season, so we're saving as many as we can, but we're always looking for qualified people to come into our foster program to foster our cats and kittens and our puppies and our dogs as well.
Great. So, how many animals would you say are in the PAWS program available for adoption at any one time? Like, what's an average for number of dogs and cats?
Well, I think right now the cats and kittens collectively are probably around, we have approximately maybe 100 to 130 in our program. Dogs could be roughly between 60 to 70 or...
Probably not that
Probably
many.
not that many?
We're probably around 20 dogs in
More
the
like
program.
20
Yeah.
dogs?
20, 25.
Including
Yeah.
puppies?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Dogs tend to be a little, cats, kittens are a little on the heavier side, dogs are a little on the, but nonetheless, we still, need foster homes for them both.
Right. Because obviously the more foster homes you have, then the more that you can
the
save.
more we can save. And with the shelters being extremely full a lot, especially during this present time with different circumstances, you know, people, owner give-ups, strays, we are always looking for foster homes so that we can save as many as we can.
So where do you pull your animals from, or where do you get the majority of your animals from? You said shelters. Are there specific shelters that you work with, or
Yes,
is it
we-
just any shelter that
We
you see?
work with
Okay.
as many as we possibly can. To name a few, we work with the Wyandotte Animal Control, we work with Brownstown Animal Shelter, we work with Taylor, the Downriver
Central.
Animal Control Facility in Southgate. A lot of times, too, there will be stray cats, possibly in like fields, you know, needing saving. It just depends. We pull them from various sources. And we also, there sometimes are public citizens that need help, you know, with animals. You know, their loved one has died and they're looking to place a cat, you know, in a home for, you know, for those for those reasons.
Okay. Well, with all of the animals in your group, obviously it's going to take a lot of money to be able to get all of the vet care and do everything that needs to be done. So, Sarah, you're going to talk to us a little bit about funding, correct?
Yes.
So tell us some of the different programs that PAWS has to get funding.
First, I just want to say that if anybody is interested in fostering, our application and more information is on our website. You can download, fill it all out, send it in.
Right, and that's pawsofmichigan.com
yes.
is your website.
Yes. Well, for fundraising, we have a lot. We recently started a fundraising committee, and we're trying to have at least one event a month. And then we, of course, have our kind of standard events that we bring in the most money. Probably our major events would be the merchandise tent with the photo contest at the Wyandotte Street Fair that's coming up in July. Then we've got our annual PAWS in the Park, which is what I'm the chair of this year. And then we've got Love Me Because pet adoption event in February. And those are kind of our major.
Those are the main ones.
Major ones. And then we have little fundraisers here and there every month, like we partner with Malarkey's. Well, now it's Rosie O'Grady's, but we do a fundraiser with them every so often. And we just had a really successful event at Eve's Poodle Salon in Lincoln Park. And I don't know, we just do, whenever we can find a way to raise money, we raise money. Whether it's for the group or for a specific cause, like specific animal, I guess I should say. We just do what we can.
Okay. So you had mentioned the Wyandotte Street Fair, which is coming up pretty quickly. That's going to come up in July. So you said you have a merchandise tent. So what type of merchandise do you guys have available for people that, I'm sure most of the people Downriver have been to the Wyandotte Street Fair, but for those that haven't, what type of merchandise do you have specifically?
I have anything you could possibly want. That's probably not true, but
Sarah's
maybe.
also our merchandise coordinator.
Yes, I also do that as well. We have T-shirts, leashes, lanyards, these nice little bracelets. We've got
Bags.
oh yeah, lots of magnets. We've got bags, all types of bags, including foldable ones for shopping. We have crafts also. People donate things they've made or things they've found that they think we can sell, and I sell those. And then I have ornaments. I think I said leashes.
Okay. And then you also do the pet photo contest there,
Yes, and that is just a wonderful part of the street fair, I think, because right across the way from us is a baby photo contest, and I mean, really, pets are way better. So, like, you just have to, you send in your entry form, or at least your name, address, name of the pet, that sort of thing, with a 4x6 picture of your pet, and a $10 entry fee to our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 2184, Riverview, Michigan, 48183.
4193.
What did I say?
93.
Yes,
48193.
48193. And basically every person who comes through our booth can put money in each jar of the pet that they think is the cutest or most unusual, and the winner is the one who has the most money. And we do a dog, a cat, and a most unusual.
Okay.
Last year we had a bird that won as most unusual.
Okay, so when are you going to have entries? When are you going to start taking entries for the photo contest? I'm sure people would like to know.
We're taking them now.
Okay.
They are due by July 5th, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And then, now this won't be until September, I believe, but
Yeah.
the next major fundraiser you guys have is the PAWS in the Park. So
Yes.
can you talk a little bit about the PAWS in the Park? How long has it been going on? What's the purpose of the event besides raising money?
The purpose is, raising money, but also to bring awareness about our group, and then we like to just have a fun day for you and your dog. If you have just cats, you can participate also. Not many people bring cats because it's outside, but it's September 14th, and it runs from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Registration starts at 9:30. We have a pledging system, so you can print off the pledge form and raise money yourself, like many 5Ks and things like that. And then the winner, the person who raises the most money becomes our grand marshal for the event and leads a dog walk around the pond in Young Patriots Park. And it is just a really fun event. We've got a kids tent, we have adoptions, food, vendors, contests, games, entertainment. I don't know, what else do we have at the event?
We have a DJ. It really is just, we sell merchandise, we have raffles and
sale.
a silent
There's a bake
auction.
sale.
It's just
Yeah.
we call it a pet lovers festival.
Yes.
And it's just a fun day. Even the year that it rained
Yeah.
torrentially the entire day, we still had people turn out, and people look for it every year.
Great.
Yeah, it's a really good event. If you are interested in being a vendor, you can find information about that online. Also, the pledge form's not out yet, but it will be at the beginning of June, so you can keep your eyes out for that.
Okay. And then the other major event was the Love Me Because event, which actually isn't until February, so you just had one a couple months
Yes.
ago. But could you just quickly just tell us what that is, because we're starting to run out of time and I want to bring the animals out. So just tell us what the Love Me Because event is.
It is an event, an adoption event for harder to place animals. Medical needs, special needs, black cats, older cats, pit bulls, whatever is harder to adopt that you need to love them because of their qualities.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, thank you for talking about that. And I want to bring out some of their adoptable pets so that you can see who's available here. We have a cat that's coming out first, and
This is Minnie. She was named Minnie because she showed up weighing 3.7 pounds, which is hard to believe based on what she weighs now. She recovered well. But she was trapped in a live trap, which is why she has an ear tip. That's a sign. They thought that she was a feral cat. She clearly is not a feral cat, feral meaning a wild cat. The ear tip is the universal sign that a feral cat has been spayed or neutered, which is why her ear looks like that. She is, like I said, clearly not a feral cat. Very, very friendly. Just a little bit shy, I think, because she was out in the street so long. Either somebody dumped her or she got lost. We don't really know, but she was nearly dead when she showed up at the PAWS clinic. She's been in foster care since last August and still waiting for her forever home.
okay, so that's Minnie.
That's Minnie.
And then we have one more cat, I believe that's coming out.
Yeah.
This is Louie. Louie is my foster cat. He is a 2-year-old domestic shorthair, as you can see, orange tabby. And he's looking for his forever home. He's up to date, neutered. He's become very friendly. He loves petting. He loves to be near you. He actually kind of sometimes follows you around like a dog in the hallway in the mornings. And is very playful, plays with his toys, and and talks too. He's very talkative at you. So he'd make a great home for a little scared of loud noises, but once he's acclimated with you and earned your trust, then he settles down just fine.
Okay, great. So that's
And he's
moving.
very smoochable.
So that's moving. So we're going to start bringing the dogs out, and I want to try to get them all out so that we don't run out of time here. So we'll just have them bring them out, and then we can start talking about them. So who's this first one?
This one is Princess. She is about 3 to 4 years old. She was surrendered to a local pound when she was pregnant. She delivered less than 2 weeks after being pulled by PAWS. The puppies are now 8 weeks old, and she will be ready for adoption in about a month. She is very affectionate and just wants to be in your lap. She does love being outside in the nice weather, but is not quite housebroken. She is good with all kinds of dogs and cats, but we're not sure about kids just yet.
Okay.
And she is quite a statement of why it's important to spay and neuter.
Yes.
She ended up with pregnant. Her owner didn't want her anymore, and
Off to the pound she went.
yep, off. And 8 more puppies are in the world that now we
Right.
need to find homes for. So,
All right, well, this is Princess, and we'll bring out the next one.
This one is Harley.
give on her. Come on, sweetie.
His mom was surrendered to PAWS when he was just days old. He is now 7 months old. He is very playful and friendly and outgoing. He loves to cuddle with his foster mom on the couch and in her bed. He loves to be outside. He's 99% housebroken. He used to be crated, but not lately, and he loves to chase the cats for fun, and he's great for dogs of all sizes.
Harley.
That is Harley. So now we have another little cutie that's coming out here.
This is Rosie, and Rosie came out of a puppy mill in Ohio. She was a breeder dog. For those who don't know what puppy mills are, they are just breeding factories for dogs. And so she was forced to have puppies for years and years and years until she was rescued. She is kind of learning how to be a dog now, which takes some time for these dogs, but she's going to make someone a great pet. She just found her bark.
Okay.
Yesterday. She didn't even know she could bark, and now she's turning into a dog, so that's good.
Great, now this is Rosie. Now all of the animals that you just saw, they are up for adoption, and we have one more that's coming out who's not up for adoption, and this is Frankie, and a lot of you have probably seen Frankie on the website or on Facebook, so for those that haven't seen him, this is Frankie, so tell us a little bit about Frankie.
Frankie has a very sad story. He was rescued from a local pound after he'd been there for a long, long time, months and months, kind of caught up in a
11
court
months.
case that he didn't have any, it wasn't related to him at all, but when he was rescued, we took him to the vet and found out that he had a heart problem. And unfortunately, it's not anything that is curable. He is on medication to try and keep him comfortable and extend his life, but he's, you know, it's nothing we can fix, basically. We're just keeping him comfortable.
And this is one of those special cases that you guys are doing some special fundraising for him specifically, like you had mentioned, sometimes you do things for specific animals, and Frankie happens to be one of those animals.
Absolutely.
Yes.
For his medication to make him comfortable.
Right. Now, if anybody wanted to, was interested in any of the animals they saw today, what do they need to do?
They are on our website, pawsofmichigan.com. There's a link to our pet finder site there. And basically, you can go read more about our animals, fill out an application if you'd like. We do have an application process, and the application would be forwarded to the foster mom, and we'll contact you if you're approved.
Okay, great. And then, like I said, all of your animals are on Pet Finder and on your website. And then you said you have adoption events on Friday night at PetSmart Woodhaven from 6 to 8. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then you also are in the South Canton PetSmart. And when do you have adoptions there?
We have adoptions there actually even throughout the week in the habitat, but but people go out on Saturdays, and those are usually from 12 to 3. And if anybody sees an animal that they're interested in, we can even set up special times for fosters to volunteer fosters to come out there and meet with them, or so that they can meet the animal and or go through the adoption application process as well.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys bringing all of the animals on the show. If anybody's interested in the animals, again, you can go ahead and go to their website or go to Pet Finder, find out more information about the animal, fill out the application, and then you'll get a response back from them. I wanted to thank Chris, Michelle, and Sarah for joining us today on our program. We look forward to a day when all pets are treated like family and everyone has a home. Until that time, we invite you to be part of the solution. And remember, please
Please
spay and neuter your pets. See you next time.